if I were to procure for you an explosive, this is
The
a weird start. This is a weird start. if I were to, if I were to procure for you an explosive, would you be able to shimmy your way up to the top of the mine, where we know that that famous lady shows up, and like plant the bomb strategically in time? Do you think?
the
Yeah.
I will point out that Manticore has no arms.
How big is this bomb? Would I be able to fit it in her mouth?
Probably not. No, it's like a pretty big beaker, basically, like a round glass thing with a spigot on the end.
I'll put it in a pillowcase, and then you can put the pillow. You can grip the pillowcase in your teeth.
why do we not take one of the knocks and go and like Manticore will like go to motion real quick and then just like realize that they can't do the motion that they're intending. So Manticore just kind of like leans the neck to the side, but it when they go to do it, their neck like cracks in a way where it looks like it's broken, indicating it's like, oh, why don't we just like take out one of the knocks before they put their head back up, and then it cracks back into place again.
How would that help us get to the? Like, are you gonna steal their arms? Is that what you're saying?
Duh.
Did we determine that that was possible last session, or we thought it would take a while? Didn't we?
Yeah, I think we said it's
No,
technically
this-
possible, but it may be difficult to pull off without getting us reset.
Yes.
So that just means we have to die until we figure out a way to do it.
Wait a minute. What if I hopped on your back and held the bomb myself, and then you could just carry me like a backpack?
That works. We do not really care.
This plan is formed. What are you? What the rest of you guys doing?
Well, here, let's hop on over to a different group. It is going to be. Is the Count there?
Yeah.
Or is it okay?
Yeah.
So the Count, you are not in this room with them. You are actually going to wake up in the mines up here to the north of that building.
Yeah, with all the other boys.
Yeah. With Baps, the newcomer, and then Sobi, yeah, there. Let me get started.
Oh, the
All right.
Count should have full health. And also
Yes, the
Babs.
Count should have full health. Same with Baps.
All
Don't
right.
worry, I would have cheated anyway.
Yeah, I don't keep track of hit points.
I just cast Fireball. Walk away.
That's why you got to one-hit Data's characters.
We're going to
All
start from a strange perspective. And this is with you, BJ.
Yeah.
You are looking at this ethereal place. It's shadowy with only white specks of twinkling light. And in front of you is a humanoid shape of a person, but it looks like their arms and legs and part of their head have shattered almost like glass. It's not like you can make out any details, it's just the silhouette of them.
Can Igor or Ed make out any details? Do they have
No, this is just, we're just with you right now.
Oh, okay.
You feel definitely alone in this place. For some reason, you know that that is your body, or at least what was your body.
Mm.
You can barely remember your name. But I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. This voice almost echoes in your head. When they beg for mercy, are you quiet because you mourn or because you enjoy the silence?
Because I enjoy the silence.
If you set your bonds down, would you disappear with them?
No.
When the dirge ends, who will be left? You or the echo?
Me.
You feel like almost like a heartbeat in the background as that figure begins to slowly form back in on itself, almost like time is rewinding on it. Those pieces of shattered glass making up its silhouette. As you feel strange, almost as if you know that your vessel has returned once more, made whole. And when you wake up, you are in a mine. Dust and debris have sort of fallen down around you. You're right at the mouth of a shaft. It looks like there was a little bit of a, what's the word? A cave in to some degree, but it wasn't enough to collapse the cave, just enough to kick up a lot of rock and dirt and debris. And as you kind of look around, you see that you are next to two other enslaved people. Again, you all are in raggedy rags and clothes. You have these emerald colored irons on your wrists and on your ankles, and around your neck is a larger collar with these arcane runes carved around it. You don't know why, but you get the feeling of just something wrong with them, this foul magic. You see two other figures next to you, a skinnier one and a rather large, a bit beefier one. Both of them also having collapsed and are getting back up from what looks like this debris that fell down. It seems you guys were moving some sort of minecart around, and it just either hit a support or something. But you guys have sort of come to. You don't know why, but the three of you know that you are enslaved by the Grand Empire, and you are trapped in this quarry, the Arcarum. And you just got this feeling like you have to escape, but time is of the essence. For the other two, you guys don't have any idea how you got here. You just wake up, you know what you were in the process of doing, but you don't remember anything in between. BJ, you remember that you were captured. You had shown some magical aptitude, which the Grand Empire was interested in, but you proved to be too dangerous, and thus were strapped with these chains, your magic suppressed, and you were tossed into this quarry, assumedly to die. But you get a feeling that this end is not your end. So what do you all do?
Where am I? How y'all doing? What is this place? We're in some type of mine?
Sorry, go ahead, DM.
I was gonna say Baps and Data, or Baps and the counter there.
Yes.
Yeah. Do I still have my martini glass?
You do not.
Ah. That's the only gonna guess. The fuck? The fuck is this shit?
Looks like they took all of our stuff. We need to
Are
get
my
away
clothes-
out of here. I need
Are
my
my
power
clothes
back.
dirty?
They're very dirty,
It's like
especially
that.
considering this like cave-in, so it's like soot and dirt and ash all on you.
Ah, like, is it like light coat or is it like deep stained for a long time?
No, it's all over you, and you're
Ah.
like your fingers have it caked all on the tips.
Ah. Guys, I don't think we're supposed to be here.
No, I don't think so. DM, does Babs recognize the Count? Is anything wrong with his memory or anything like that?
No, you know who the Count is.
Okay. Babs is gonna get up from where he was laying on the ground and stretch
The
his
only
arms.
thing I'll give it to all of you is you have this weird sense of deja vu, like this getting up, this like dusting yourself off. It just has this weird deja vu to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Babs is gonna get up and look down at his rags and kind of stretch his arms. For those who don't know, he's 7'1" and shaped pretty much like an egg, and he kind of looks like a soft-boiled egg.
So he's my Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, he's got like a little pale head with sunken eyes.
Okay.
And he's gonna move to the Count immediately. What's going on, the Count?
Oh no.
Did you magic me here?
Oh, 1 minute I was drinking a martini.
Well, that's unsurprising, but so you don't know what we're doing here either.
No.
To set the
We're
scene
very
as well,
dirty.
looking around, even though I don't have them on the map, but there are other imprisoned people here. Roughly about 250 of them. Some of them are in the shafts, some of them are roaming about, but they're sort of congregating in these first two layers of the quarry. They don't seem to have very many of them as you get higher up.
So,
Okay.
Dungeon Master, are we in like a prison? Are we in like Gen Pop?
Yeah, kinda, right? Like this is the deepest part of the quarry. This is where everybody is being tasked to go get these arcane gems and just other, raw materials for magic use.
Gotcha.
Are there
We can talk to other folks and stuff like that.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
other folks around you. Assumedly, there's other people getting up and kind of coughing, from all this dust that was kicked up just a moment ago.
Gotcha.
are there any
Okay.
palaces on the
Well, I
campaign?
suppose I should introduce myself.
Uh,
So,
yeah. Hello, friend. Who are you?
My name is Benjamin. I don't know what I am yet, and like as I'm talking to you guys, like you can see like a necromantic aura around me. I only remember so much, so I'm trying to search for who I am, but they captured me and put me in here because of my powers, and I'm trying to get something very dear to me to bring them back, so I can see myself.
So you don't know why you're here?
I know that I came to this place. I don't know if it was for a fight or to prove something, but
wait,
I
wait,
eventually
wait.
got thrown into the dungeons.
Wait, you're a necromancer?
I'm a spiritual energy reborn. I don't know what I am. I'm just special in some type of way.
That's all right. We used to have a friend who was like a little. He was like a little bear. So it takes all kinds.
Babs.
Yes.
I think this guy's a necromancer.
Well,
Not necessarily. I can't summon the undead, but I do have ties to souls. So I don't know what I am, but maybe you can help me figure that out.
yeah. The Count. What? You don't have tied your soul or something?
Half of my spirit has been gone. There's something empty. It's like I'm half empty vessel, but I have this power that keeps emanating from me. And I don't know really where this power came from, but I've always had it. And I'm able to tap into some type of soul energy. It's a very
As you
special
guys-
gift.
As you guys are standing there talking, you notice, I imagine all three of you start to notice that like some of the prisoners seem to get uncomfortable around you. You could think it's maybe from the talk of necromancy, but you maybe get more of the impression it's because you guys aren't working. You're just standing there talking.
Do we
As
have,
you
like, a
are, the
overseer
two
here?
guards that are standing nearby this tunnel sort of turn and look over at you. They are these guys.
Oh, I like them. Hollow Knight though.
What's their deal? The Count? Do you know?
I think
I
we
don't
need
know,
to
they
get
look
to
like-
work.
They look like they're about to get their ass kicked.
How are we going to defeat them with no powers?
What do you mean no powers?
I mean, can any of y'all do spells or fight? What can y'all
No.
do? So I ask again, how are they going to get their ass kicked when I can't even access my own abilities at the moment?
Can I roll an arcane check?
Yeah. What for? What are you trying to suss out?
Are we on our normal plane of existence?
You can make an Arcana check, and I will tell you what might happen.
Maybe.
I mean, you maybe while you're doing it, you're like, are we on the same plane of existence? Let's just double check real quick. And you start looking around. You see that things are pretty bad. It feels pretty shitty. I mean, as far as you know, yeah. I mean, there's no
Okay.
signs that would say anything otherwise.
Okay. I have a solution, but I'll let the next few minutes play out.
As you're all up here kind of like chatting, the guards are again watching you, but it looks like there's a commotion down here. And you see some of your allies. You see Ahmed sort of flopping out of a hole in this building down here and running off, hiding in a tent. You see Leon sort of running around, Bingo chasing slowly after. This commotion eventually builds to a crescendo as a bunch of guards make their way there. The captain makes his way down, and as the Manticore and Vinny climb their way up, seeing you guys, but they just don't notice you right away because they're in such a panic, like a mad scramble. You see the captain lift his wand, this iron rod with a emerald on the end. It glows, causing the runes on their collars to glow. Before you see this strange ethereal flame in their chest light up, boiling them, and their whole body just bursts into this soul flame that incinerates them from the inside out. They eventually plop over, burnt to ash practically, and are killed.
I'm sorry, DM. Who was this?
This was Vinny and Manticore. You saw Ahmed die down here.
Oh, all of them.
Yes, they all died.
What?
Out of game. This was the first loop they did.
Yeah.
Bingo also died.
Bingo died as well. Everyone here, all of your friends have been killed.
Yeah, I will say as soon as that happens, Baps is going to. How tall is this ridge?
It is about 20 feet up.
Hold on, Babs. Hold
20
on.
feet? Yeah, no, Baps is going to jump down.
Hold on, Babs. They're all dead. When Babs starts moving, I'm immediately going to grab his shoulder and go, hang on, Babs. We're all dead. They're all dead.
I stand up behind them. I'm
We-
sorry about your friend.
I'm going to
No
twin
way.
cast. I'm going to twin cast jump.
All right, twin casting.
Yep, I'm going to twin cast jump on Babs. I'm just going to say, we should jump out of here.
As you cast that, you feel you see the glow of the runes around your neck and hands activate, and then this horrible pain shoots through your body, this flame burning you from the inside out, and you're going to take 42 points of damage.
Holy shit.
It's because you twin cast, so it does you twice.
God damn. Did my spell at least go through?
Nope. And your
Oh,
spell
shit.
fizzles. The moment this happens, Baps, you see the captain here, having just killed your friends, sees that happen, sees this like gout of flame, this ethereal flame burst off of the count as he was trying to cast a spell on you, and he says, "I can't have any problems while the Imperatrix is coming. Any slave that disobeys dies." And he lifts his wand up. You guys see the collars around your neck glow before that horrible pain shoots through your body. Your body's boiling from the inside out, and all three of you are dead. Before you wake up again, all the dust that was around you kicked up. The captain is back over in his location. Your friends' dead corpses, charred and burned, are not there anymore.
How y'all
But
doing?
how was that?
We all died because y'all tried to use magic. Tried to warn y'all when I was captured. It sealed me. Sealed my power.
Ah.
The Count, you are healed, by the way. You are not injured anymore.
Okay.
You're back to your tip-top shell.
Well,
We died. Then what are we doing back here?
That's what I've been trying to figure out. Need to
Babs is
escape.
gonna walk. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Narrate. You got it.
Babs is gonna walk to the ledge here. Does he see everybody down here?
I will say, yeah, actually, while you're up here, you can actually look into this sort of crack in the in this shack here at the bottom. It's up where the peak of the roof is and the side wall, like this back wall. There's enough of a gap that you can actually see your friends sort of getting up from these bedrolls, and they seem to be discussing.
At least there's that. They're okay. The Count.
I got some bad news for you guys.
What's up?
We're in a time loop.
How did you
There's
figure
only-
that out?
Well, we're back here after we just died. There's only one way out of this.
You dealt with time loops before?
Yes, and I'm sorry, Babs. I'm real sorry, buddy. You're gonna have to sleep with that captain and get us all out of here.
What?
You're gonna have to use life after life, figure out exactly what he wants, and
The
seduce him.
seduce. He's gonna have
Get
you
us out of here.
seduce this guy.
You're more his type than I am, Babs. You're gonna have
Who
to
are
make
you
this
talking about?
sacrifice.
Who are you talking about? Fill me in. What's happening?
Yeah, it's Babs here. He's gonna have to make the
So-
sacrifice and sleep with the captain.
So here's the fucked up.
Too?
Here's the fucked up things, guys. I'm gonna tell you this right now because you did plan it. You try to seduce the captain 49 times, and each time you also see the team down below kill each other. They
That
also seem to
resets it?
kill. They also seem to kill a blonde man each time in wildly different ways.
We died a lot last week.
Yeah, one time
Yeah.
specifically, you
All right.
see Vinny point to his neck, and then Bingo just hits him in the face with a pickaxe.
Is this the 49th cycle?
Yeah, this would be the where you see one time. I will say one time.
No. Hold on,
Bingo
hold on.
jumps onto the blonde guy like Chaozu and blows up.
Oh my god. Why'd y'all give him a Chelsea move? Come on, man.
Now, Babs, over the last 49 cycles, did you actually put effort into seducing the captain?
You couldn't get anywhere close to the captain before you were killed.
It's really not my expertise. The Count.
Fuck.
I really think we should try something else.
Tried that pickup
Yeah.
line.
Why are we using our Humpty Dumpty to seduce the captain?
The hell does that supposed to mean?
No offense, Babs. I love you, but I don't think you're the captain's type.
Straight beefcake bear, okay?
10 of those times you guys did kill each other. This has all made you grow closer as people.
Well, except for they don't even know me, so I gotta get close.
All right.
Okay, hold on. During these attempts, what did they learn about you?
They learned that, I guess I have some reason. They learned a little bit about, I guess, my past. I'm from an ancient bloodline that deals with soul magic. They also learned that I guess I'm searching for more answers.
Maybe one of those times when Baps attacked you, or maybe was just frustrated with you. Baps, you could grabbed him, and for a brief moment, you could almost see through his skin and see like a skeletal version of him underneath. As you are able to tell that he is not fully human, he is something else.
Baps won't hold it against him. He's met a lot of weird dudes.
He's been here for 50 cycles, and I look at it. What was your in-game character's name again?
I'm Benjamin. I am a half-avoided peaceful humanoid. Benjamin. I like to play music, but they took away my flute. And that's really the only thing that brings me happiness.
I'm Benjamin.
Benjamin.
I think it's time.
What is the time?
The captain.
See, I'm not really into that side of the chain tracks. And if you
now, you. This is a team effort, okay?
Well, then I'm going to ask you: are you a grower or a shower?
Yes.
You say yes. You're supposed to pick grow or show.
No, I mean, I think it's both for him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think the captain may love well-endowed individuals. If that floats his boat. I got a little pee-pee, so I won't be able to do much with that.
Hold on, let me try it. Hey, Captain.
I guess because you guys were chatting up this plan the whole time.
I'm gonna look around.
Baps, who was looking around, sees over where the captain was. It looks like he was calling out and saying stuff at the very beginning. So right as the loop starts, he was basically warning all of the prisoners not to step out of line because the Imperatrix is going to show up, and any sort of not following the rules basically will result in instant death. He then talks with this elven woman, the short-haired blonde elven lady with black and gold robes and these blood red tattoos.
What she look like?
That's a boy.
She sounds sexy as hell. Right now.
She's androgynous.
What does that mean? She a BBW?
I mean, she looks either male or female.
Oh, I just gotta do that. Why you gotta do that to me, man? You could have just said she had big boobies.
Here, I'm gonna post. There it is. That's who it looks like.
Well, now you got me thinking it's a male, probably. It
could be any. I'm not telling you. He turns he turns and talks with her before eventually she begins making her way up to this southern east section of the quarry up at the top. He and his retinue of guards begin to make a loop around the perimeter of the quarry.
All right, so the Count whips out his dick. Is that?
The Count whips out his dick.
I think that's
and
the best way to go.
And that is the last thing the Count sees as the captain lifts the rod, and the Count, you are burned from the inside.
Well, we know you don't like well-endowed men. Sorry, Count.
But we are going to start from the beginning, as it were. If everybody could roll initiative. Actually, you know what? I will say in that loop, everybody down here in the the room, in the shack. During that final loop that we did last week, one of you at least, at the last moment, saw the Count whip out his dick and get instantly incinerated. And just by knowing he's there, you are able to turn and look through that gap in the wall of the shack, up by the roof, and see Baps and the Count and some third person sort of walking out coughing from this cavern.
So DM, sorry, sidetrack.
Yes.
So are we now saying the Count Schlong has the power to incinerate people?
No, he got his slong incinerated because he showed it to the captain, who was very unamused.
Okay, can we just say here that the Count Schlong got incinerated by a rod?
His rod got incinerated by a rod.
He got rod dogged.
Rod dog.
Oh no. Damn.
Oh boy.
So we will start from the beginning. Baps.
All right.
You make eye contact with them down in the shack. That's Bingo. Bingo shows his slong.
No, my song is gone because it was a magic item.
Oh, you're right. You don't have it. You were jealous.
Hey, it could vibrate, okay?
Yeah.
I miss it.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get it back.
The science is still out on it.
All right. Baps makes eye contact with everyone down there.
Mhm.
He nods to Vinny and Ahmed, and I imagine Bingo's not paying attention.
No, Bingo is running this way. He wants to intercept this guy.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that in a second then.
Yeah.
Bingo, you see Bingo hop out of the bed and he is instantly running for the door.
I'm sorry, I just read data.
Y'all, we need to do another tactic.
Yeah, I think we should too. We need to get our stuff back, and we need to free the others.
Baps looks around. Are these guards, do they seem to be moving or anything like that? Are they on a rotation?
They're moving very little. They seem to just be in charge of this cave. But I will say again, there are a lot of slaves moving in and out.
Mm-hmm. And then these two are still talking. And then he's going to move around to the to the west and then back.
Yeah, he has just basically said his whole piece to everybody, saying don't come out of line or I'm going to kill you. And they are now chatting up before you know that he is going to start making his way around, and she is going to make her way up to this upper section.
Okay, so eventually he'll be here?
No, he will be a floor above that.
Okay. Is anybody else moving at all? Besides Bingo?
Assumedly everyone else will be moving, but you have not made contact with them, so you're not 100% sure what they're going to do.
But all the folks are muddling around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look around and see if I can get close to that captain.
Well, Babs, I'm gonna come with you. I don't like my allies going by themselves. Let's go. Maybe we can venture off. Count, stay here and keep your slong inside your rags, please. Before you get it.
After the last 3 times.
The Count's peeing, which is weird because it kind of implies that the time loop resets everything except for your need to go to the bathroom.
So Baps will attempt to. He'll grab. Is there like a wheelbarrow or anything around?
Yeah, there is a large rock on a wheelbarrow type thing.
Oh, wonderful! Yeah, it's even on the map.
Hold on, how many guards are in here? I think you said
He'll-
the number.
There is 30 of the Nox total.
Babs, hold on. And this is Benjamin grabbing Babs before he's about to make a decision. We got 30 men in here. What is your plan?
Well, seems like we need to know more. We need to know what's going on. So I'm gonna get close to the captain. He seems like a focal point. If it goes badly, then we can just try again, right?
Right, but or we can pretend like we're working, work our way over to your friends, get more info, and come up with a plan to get our stuff and get out of this mine.
Look, I don't know how far we'll be able to get before this resets again. It's
Well, let's
a
try not
long
to
way
die.
down there.
So that means we got a lot of work to do. Because his friends are like, what, 2 levels below in the southwestern quadrant?
Mm-hmm.
His friends are in the south of where you guys started. They're 20 foot down in this lower section.
So as I'm looking at the tunnel, we can just walk the top, whatever layer we're on, around to where they are, right?
Yeah, you could walk, in theory, like this way and walk down. Or you could go this way and walk down to that lower section. Or right next to where you are, there is a crane for hoisting materials from the bottom up. If you can figure out a way to go down it without it seeming, odd, then that is a quicker way down.
For the other miners that are trapped with us, what type of materials are they? Are they using the machines or in the environment they're working and walking? Because
Yes, so they have baskets on their back that are sort of strapped to them that they're throwing sort of minerals and materials and gems into, and they are sort of hoofing them back and forth. Some of them are pushing mine carts. Other ones are pushing these carts with larger materials on them, like for instance the one Baps is heading to. Other ones are loading things into crates, or it does seem like there are some who are maybe finally getting a night's sleep in these lower tents down here. It appears to be there is food being put out for them.
Oh, awesome. Babs, grab a cart. You're big, so you can just make it look like we're working 10 times easier. We work our way towards the other side, and we come up with a plan together as a group.
So suppose it would be a bad idea to meet with the others?
Exactly, because, unless we have the strength to take on 30 men, I don't see us walking out of this alive. And then we'll have to come back again.
Yeah, don't split the party, they say.
Exactly. Let's get our party back, okay?
All right, come on, everybody. And Babs is going to lift up this giant rock barrow.
Yeah.
With a huge heave. He's gonna turn it around, and because I don't think it'll fit on this cart, on the lift.
Actually, that lift is specifically made for something like that big.
Okay. So yeah, he'll start wheeling it over, and he'll call down, load going down.
All right, I'm gonna need an athletics check if you're gonna be doing it by yourself to hoist this big thing over there.
Okie dokie.
28 easily. You were able to grab it and lift it up, and you can see some of the other people around you are like kind of surprised that anyone is able to lift it up who isn't just like a giant of a man. And you are hoisting it over to here, to where the crane is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang,
Does it look like it's-
that strong?
Oh, you know, I don't even exercise really. Just drills.
All right, bringing it over to there. You are going to. Here, I'm going to move your token real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You were able to drop the cart here with the large rock on it. We will put a little blue rock shape there for now. As you see them starting to, some slaves are basically beginning to grab it and to get ready to hoist that material down.
Oh, so I
and he
can't go down with it? Or
Well, we'll get to that in a moment.
I see.
Leon.
Yo.
What is Leon doing?
Leon
You are
will pass-
aware of Baps and them up at the top now.
Leon will pass Vinny and say, "You know what to do about that blonde bastard." As he walks out.
As you see, that blonde Garen is walking by, making his way over. He kind of surprised as you come running out.
As he goes up, he'll pass Ysmir through the checkpoint, so I don't have to
Yep.
like.
You press A
Quickly
through the
get
cutscene. You
Yeah.
easily are able to convince him of who you are. Well then.
Yep.
What?
And just be ready.
All right. He kind of nods. As he continues doing what he does, to not draw any suspicion.
And then he'll go and quickly go down the rope.
All right. You begin running that way and start going down the road. I imagine, Bingo,
Yeah.
you are not far behind as you instantly sprinted after it.
Yeah.
I'll say I'll pick up Bingo on the way out. I imagine Bingo saying,
Well, Bingo
"We-
doesn't want to go
we're not
down.
going into the hole
Bingo
next time."
doesn't
Well,
want to go
considering-
down the hole. Bingo
Here's
is
what-
waiting at the
here's
top
what we'll
of the
do.
hole.
Considering that you were talking to Ysmir and Bingo was heading straight there, you are like basically on your way to the hole, and we'll get on it once Bingo
Yeah.
is there.
I'm grabbing a pickaxe.
Okay. You're grabbing a pickaxe, and Bingo, you can see that little halfling man start
Coming up the
climbing his
rope?
way up the rope.
All right. I'm going to look nonchalant.
That little halfling man known as Tasser Bogbottom. He is very quietly and subtly making his way up the rope. Are you wanting to do something?
I'm waiting for him to get to the top, and then I'm going to hit him in the back of the head with the pickaxe.
All right. Well, he's gonna climb up, and as he does, you see that he sees Leon running towards him.
Leon,
Oh,
give me a second.
I am gonna need to roll something. 16. Yeah, because you had to stop to talk to Ysmir, so he got up the rope a little bit further than the last time when you just ran and jumped down the hole. He sees you guys, and he, as Leon, as you're running up, he goes, I fell in on accident. Could someone give me a hand?
I'll reach my hand out.
All right. He kind of reaches, and at the last minute before Leon jumps like onto the rope, you yank him over.
All right.
So Leon, you right past.
As Leon goes down the rope, I'm going to talk to what's this guy? Bog Bottom. I'm going to say
Tasser is his name.
Tasser. I'm not going to call him Tasser, but I'm going to say, oh, looks like you dropped something. I'm going to point to the ground.
And he looks down.
I hit him in the back of the head with the pickaxe.
All right.
And
make Make an athletics check. Or I don't know if you can argue another skill.
Probably not a finesse weapon.
Probably not a pickaxe. You do have advantage probably from the act of surprise.
Yeah, I'll roll this deception,
Mhm.
right? It was pretty high, so I got the.
Yeah.
I'd say I got the jump.
Oh yeah,
on.
no, he definitely looks down. He looks actually in a panic because you get the impression
Yeah,
he maybe
he
thinks
thought he
he
dropped
dropped
his
something
bomb.
very important. Yeah.
Yeah. And then a 15.
A 15. As you do it, you clunk, and he and he kind of falls forward, sort of slumping over. I imagine like head,
Yeah.
like basically he falls to his knees, and then his head hits the ground, and it's like his butt sticking in the air.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna real quick break his pockets and try to get that bomb.
All right, you easily check his pockets for that bomb,
And
and you do find it.
All right, and then last but not least, if I may, I know my turn is going long.
Sure.
I'm just gonna give him a little kick into the hole so that like there's not just a body.
You kick him, and he begins falling down the hole. I imagine Leon, like, because this is all happening very quickly, like, Leon, you're, like, near the bottom of the hole, and you see a small body falling down. As we get to Ben. So, BJ, you see that Baps has pulled this large rock over. Some of the enslaved guys are starting to set up the crane, but they haven't really fully begun work on it. I will say the moving of the crane has drawn the attention of the guards on either side of this cave. It seems to just be something they want to pay attention to.
Okay. Where's the storage room at?
The storage room, you guys make a history check, because you are unique in the sense that you have a little bit more info.
Yeah. What's the number for history check?
If you look on the character sheet,
Oh, okay.
there's actually under skills.
Got you.
There should be one called history. And you just click it.
Oh no, character sheet. Where's my skills, buddy?
Should be on the left side of the character sheet in 4.
You talking about the knowledge from a past?
No. It'd be higher up than that. Here, I'll click it for you. You got a 10.
Is that good or bad?
That's average. So, I mean,
Exactly
common
average.
knowledge is you don't know exactly where it is, aside from it is southeast, so it's probably on this upper level. You assume where the quartermaster eventually heads.
Okay. And where am I located at?
You are right here.
Okay. I'm going to walk towards the storage room. I'm gonna make my way over there.
All right. Do you know what route you will be taking?
The route that avoids all the chaos, hopefully. I guess
Well, you'd have to get to the upper level, so you'd have to go up to here, at least.
Okay. Well, I'll start heading that way.
All right. You begin walking your way that way, eventually getting to here, at which point you see another cavern. People are moving in and out of it again, taking materials and whatnot.
Okay.
The guards have sort of take a note of you, because you are just walking with seemingly no purpose.
Is there a pickaxe around or any type of like?
You could have picked up one on the way up, because there is one on this box here.
Okay, right. I'll just go and walk over it. Does that decrease the suspicion? Do I got to roll for that?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
What?
gonna need some form of either deception or performance.
Ooh, exceptional performance. Am I looking at the wrong side of the sheet?
What do you see?
Like I'm looking at like inspiration, proficiency. Then I scroll down.
It's right. Yeah, it's right below.
Proficiency.
So it's
then there's-
inspiration, proficiency, then it's saving throws, and then right below that is skills. It should be acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, athletics, deception. Blah, 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 blah.
I have like a global skill, but here, let me share my screen, John, just so y'all know. Well, come on, mouse. Do that to me. Boom. Boom. Boom.
I see what you're doing there. Scroll up. It's on your left. There.
You were there. There you go.
Yeah, there.
Those are the skills.
Oh,
Those
damn.
are your skills.
Oh,
There's
sorry.
one in there called performance.
Yes. Or deception.
Oh, you are good at deception.
Clicked on it, or do I?
21. Yes, you are easily able to make it look like you should be there.
All right, awesome.
As you begin walking around, sort of continuing your walkabout. Count. You might be
Count,
muted.
you are muted.
Whoops. The count's just gonna link up with Babs and stay close to him. His magic doesn't work.
All right.
Yeah.
You do see the crane needs operating.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll actually go operate the crane.
All right. You sort of crank it up. It turns to grab that material. Assumedly, Baps pushes the this large rock onto it.
Yeah, there you go, Babs.
And then, if you want, you can lower it for him.
Yeah, I'll lower it for him too.
All right, Baps, are you going to
go down
stay
there,
on
Babs.
it?
What's that, DM?
Are you going to stay on it?
Yes. Baps will take the at least for this loop, he'll take the wheelbarrow down.
All right. You get the impression that you have created a shortcut. If two people work on this, you can get down before time kind of ticks forward a bit.
Okay. So say next loop, we can say, do the crane thing.
Yeah, you can just fast forward past that point.
Okay.
As we got to Vinny.
Vinny.
Vinny, if the timing's right, then Vinny would like to try following Garen around.
All right. Vinny, you kind of see Garen peek into here. He sees everybody kind of getting up and leaving. Is he gonna go, hey guys, I want to start getting to work. They're gonna be pretty mad if you don't.
Oh shit, yeah, we're late. We gotta get out there, guys. We'll be just a
All
sec.
right. Okay. And then he is going to begin making his little walkabout. He is going to get to about here. Assuming nobody kills him in between. He walks past Bingo, and Bingo licks his lips.
Could I hit him with the pick? No, I don't want to cause.
You've already done your hitting with a pickaxe for this round. You gotta wait till next round.
Vinny, you flash back and
true.
remember that was the time that he Chao Tzu'd him. He like jumped on him with the bomb and blew up.
It's true.
What movement are we doing for this? Is this like double
It's just free movement. We're just
okay.
Yeah, we're just moving around.
Okay,
I'm keeping it as fast and loose as I can, basically.
yeah, I won't follow too close, but I'll see if I can at least keep an eye on him as I'm going around.
Based on the movement, he probably is about here, which would put you about here.
Okay.
Are you attempting to hide what you're doing, or?
Yeah, sort of. I was thinking I might try to pick up one of those pickaxes as I go by, just because it'll help me blend in better.
All right. You scoop one up as you go by.
If I need to make any rolls for that or not, let me know.
You don't have to make any rolls, because being in this lower section, it's not too odd that people are just wandering about a bit.
Okay.
It's as you get higher up that it becomes a bit strange. People start to take note.
Well, it's a good thing I got my pickaxe. I assume that's about as far as we can make it for the turn, so that's Vinny.
All right. Vinny, I need you to make a stealth check.
Oh.
Is going to be just a base one.
That's pretty good.
17.
Nice.
As you're walking up, you notice Garen stop, and he kind of looks around, and his eyes do pass you, but they don't seem to notice you. He seems to kind of disregard you before making his way, continuing on.
It was the pickaxe, man. It was the pickaxe.
It was the pickaxe. Otherwise, it would have been a disadvantage. It would have had a chance to notice you better. Manticore.
I want to see if can I go through the steps to be able to make it past this checkpoint again?
You can. You can basically skip to that point.
That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to skip to that point, so this way I'm here.
All right.
Are you taking my bomb with you or no?
You haven't brought it back yet.
Well, but if you leave, I'm not going to be able to. I'm over here.
That's fine. It's not like we're gonna live this run anyway.
Well, then why do you get the bomb?
Well, then why am I getting the bomb? If you're running past, if you're going over to the checkpoint, you can go past me and get the bomb.
She will have to pass you.
Okay,
you
fine.
You killed Tasser Bogbottom for nothing.
I killed Tasser.
You know what? Yeah, why don't you stick the bomb in their shirt, to make it look like there's a rock
tummy?
in there or something. Yeah, like you're sticking an orange in in their shirt or something like that.
Right, I'll put it down. I'll put it in your shirt and then tuck your shirt in so that it doesn't fall out the bottom.
Okay. Makeshift pocket.
Yeah.
See, I told you. We told you it would work.
Of course.
I'm gonna put you next to Bingo because that's part of time progressing. But when you start your turn, you will be up here. The idea is you will rush your way there.
In that, would you like me to go ahead and make the stealth check? Or do you want me to wait?
No, because you already did it last time. So we can just skip right to it. We assume that you succeed because you succeeded last time.
Okay, 10-4.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. It's part of my reason to make it so the loops aren't boring. Nate, are you here or are you watching, baby?
Look at at that baby.
Look at that baby.
He might be.
Look at the
He's
baby.
Armed is
Ahmed
meditating.
is meditating on the meaning of existence after having been killed by his own friends 49 times.
I'm gonna put Armed gains 1 turn. So he can jump in at any time as we move forward. Clock's gonna tick forward. Redna is gonna make her way over to the south area. Captain's making his way around. Yesmir is heading back towards the cave. He's sort of pacing back and forth, doing his busy work. And then Sister Harkle is making her way out and dumping off what gems she found. Garen is continuing his sort of walk up.
Question. Harkle didn't drop the gems
Yes.
this time?
She did not, because you didn't stop her.
Okay.
Like,
I
you
did-
didn't run up to her.
And I didn't notice it either, so but that's neat to note.
Yeah. So I'm going to just move Vinny forward a bit as Garen is making his way into this shaft. Again, sort of looking side to side as he does. All right. Oh, and there is a man falling to his death.
Who? This guy?
No, it's the halfling you shoved in the hole.
No, I thought I got him with the pickaxe.
Yeah, but you did get him with the big axe and then kicked him down a fucking shaft, unconscious.
I thought I
knocked
killed him with the
You knocked
pickaxe
him
'cause it
out.
was-
Yeah.
I'm about to say he's surviving.
With your
No.
athletics.
You knocked him out.
Oh,
You didn't
okay.
kill him.
Well, I did now because I kicked him into the water.
Oh yeah, no, he's super dead now. We will get to that.
I assumed that if I hit him in the head with a pickaxe, that I would have done like piercing damage.
Well, I thought you hit him with the side of it. That was what I was thinking.
Well, I missed. I meant to hit him with the pointy end, but
Oh.
I hit him with the side of it. That's why I had to kick him in to make sure.
Bats. As you are lowered down, people sort of scurry around you and start trying to load this material into the wagon. You notice as you walk that there's like one slave kind of walking down. He's older. He falls, spilling out his materials, and then he just starts sobbing and says, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. And as he sort of does, he's like, please, I have to let me go. One of those knocks walks over to him and just impales him. Before pointing at a different slave and basically says, dispose, you. And then walks back, that poor slave sort of sobbing as she picks up this corpse along with another one, and they begin making their way this way, assumedly towards that hole.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Babs would have seen the hole from above.
Yes. You would have saw the hole from above, and then you saw this scene as you were basically being lowered.
Okay. As Babs was being lowered down, would he have seen everything going on down here? With
Yes, he saw
Vinny
the party
following?
scatter.
They must have some sort of plan. And he's divested of the wheelbarrow load.
Yes. These other people seem to be working on getting it loaded because they assumed that you guys were doing it for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're too
Is he-
scared to mention anything otherwise.
Okay. So does he still have the barrow, or are they switching it to this one, or do we just want to call this the same barrow for that loop?
No, they're switching it. They're moving this large rock into this wheelbarrow.
Okay.
But I mean, again, down here they seem to not really care if you're doing too much or not, right?
Yeah.
If you
Babs
want, you
will
can.
still take the empty barrow, and he'll move it along this path.
We need that.
Oh, so there aren't two?
There's just one.
Okay, I thought there was this one.
There's that
Babs
one,
brought?
which is still up here.
Okay, so we moved the rock
Yes.
and it went down. Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear.
That's fine. That's fine.
Mhm.
So Babs will move around. Will he see the manticore?
Yeah.
And
Well, at this point,
Bingo from here.
you would have seen the manticore get something from Bingo. Bingo's like shoving something in her clothes, and she is immediately sort of running away.
Okay.
But Bingo is still there.
Of course, it's gotta be Bingo. Count on Bingo.
As Bingo, you see Babs.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Hey, buddy.
What's going on?
As you hear as a body hits the water.
I was gonna ask you the same thing. What the hell's going on?
Well, we're stuck in a time loop, and I just killed a guy.
Okay.
But it's okay. He'll come back.
I mean, we kill lots of people. So
Yeah. You want to help me steal some gems from a young girl?
and not particularly.
It could be
Do we-
useful for what we're trying to do.
Well, look, that's what I want to know. What are we trying to do?
We've got to get the rod away from that captain.
Can Baps see the captain way up here?
Yes. He is making that path in the way you remember a previous loop ago.
Oh, okay. Then maybe we're in the wrong spot. This is a big place.
Yeah, but this is where the bomb is.
A bomb?
Yeah, I put it in Manticore's shirt.
The Manticore is running up here.
Yeah. She is running up this this ramp, making her way up to the upper section.
Just an armless.
Yeah.
That tracks. That tracks.
She's the fastest one.
What are you doing with the bomb?
Well, it's kind of out of my hands now because Manticore, you know how she is. She kind of does her own thing. But
Out of my hands too.
yeah.
They I think, by the way.
Yeah, I guess she's got problems, but the thing is that I wanted them to blow up the thing over there, but we'll see what happens.
What is Bingo pointing at?
This over here.
Where the gate is.
Yeah, there's a gate over there, and there's a important dignitary that comes out. And then when she gets here, we all die.
Which gate? Can you say where on the back? Okay,
the
the
south
south
gate.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was pinging it, but I can't do the shift click because I'm not the DM.
How do we How did she kill us?
With the rod.
Oh, okay. So get the rod.
Yeah, we want to get that rod.
Is there more than one?
No.
He says it with such confidence.
Okay. So get that guy.
Yeah, we gotta get that rod.
Well, if you can supply a good enough distraction, I can get into position to maybe get the rod away from him.
Oh yeah, what do you got planned?
You distract him, and I choke him to death and take it.
I mean, I like that.
Fantastic idea. Like,
I like the cut of your jib. Do we know where he goes?
Well,
you guys actually do know. What he does is he does a loop of the upper thing.
Right.
So basically, he goes to here. He will eventually go past where Vinny is, past where Ben is, back to where he started. At which point he will then make his way up to where the gate is. He will tell the Nox to begin lowering the lady in the cage 50 feet up from you guys down. She will be dropped off over here. At which point the Imperiex shows up. He hands over the wand. She says this big thing, and then everybody dies.
We got to get up. We should wait for him up here.
I imagine he kind of like quickly relays a good bit of information from the loops that Baps was busy trying to do other stupid shit.
Yeah.
Trying to hit on the...
As he says this to Baps, I imagine Baps has like these little, just vague deja vu moments. He kind of remembers those things.
Okay. Baps looks around. Is there any place where he could maybe... Oh. Well, no, that's not going to help. He's going to look around for a place where he can climb this southern wall to get up a tier.
All right, you can make a probably an investigation is what you would be doing.
Okay. Peering through it and, peering at all of it and watching where the guards are and everything, he is going to make a tactical assessment.
Hell yeah. I'm going to give you some extra juice on this after you roll.
All right, so his investigation is only an 8, but he does get a D10. So only a 13.
13. I'll still give you some extra juice on it because you are actually making a fairly important play with this tactical assessment, right? One thing you've noticed is this is structured out very similar to Gloomhaven, like kind of how they lock down a place. However, this is done in an even more, as you can tell, brutal and efficient way. But one thing that sort of catches your eye, a weakness that you were able to see, is that this tunnel here doesn't have any guards around it. There's no knock units, whereas every other one seems to have 2. And as you examine, you can tell it might be because further down there used to be a mine shaft that has collapsed, leaving nothing but a pile of rocks in this section here. That pile of rocks, assumedly from a cave-in, does give it quite a bit of, let's say, climbable material.
Mm-hmm. This piece here?
Yes, this right here. I will put a blue mark on it so that you know that that is something you have noticed. As well as the lack of guards here around this shaft.
Bingo, I'm gonna try and get into position to get that fucker. We'll see what happens. And then Baps is gonna move. Does he get any more movement? He's been talking to Bingo for a while.
Yeah, we can say actually you've probably at least moved up to here.
Okay.
Right, to see all of this.
And then,
Maybe you're about halfway, right?
oh, that's mighty generous of you, DM.
Yeah.
And then Baps will end his turn.
Lay on. You slide down that rope, and as you do, you almost get to the water. You do see a small body falling towards the water. Do you do anything?
No, he's gonna keep going into the water and keep using the rope as the guide.
All right, as you slide into the water, the body splashes into the water. Little bubbles coming out of his mouth as he unfortunately drowns. I'm going to need an athletics check as you swim. A 19 will easily do it. As you're pulling on this rope, following it, even with a 19, I will say it is a close call, right? This swim is a pretty harrowing one, and it's kind of surprising that halfling was even able to make it. But as you do, you eventually come out on the other side. You see where that light was coming from, and I'm going to reveal something to you. This might actually be really cool for you. If you want to look, here, hold on. I will draw your attention to this just gray part that I've revealed. And watch this. As you come out over here to the south, popping out of the water into a fairly quiet storage room.
He'll make his way over to the ledge.
Swimming to the ledge and kind of kipping yourself on top of it. You see, just peeking out from the side, I imagine you're taking a little bit of a precaution.
No. He's it was like the Golden Boy swimming scene to get to the ledge.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of like gasping and rolls out of the rolls onto the ledge.
Yeah. You barely made it. It is kind of like a kip up to get to the shore part of this. And as you do, you see what looks like, barrels and whatnot. Looks like a little table is set up in here. You see what looks like these large vault-like doors opposite of you that are glowing with this green rune. And as that is happening, you are going to hear what sounds like that elven woman making her way down and into the direction of the storage. She seems to be talking to herself. It doesn't seem like she has anybody around her who she's talking to. You can't quite make out what she's saying because she's still kind of far away.
Again?
Oh, these are wagons with what looks like barrels. You can assume they're probably filled with water. These are the water wagons that they carry down to the lower section in order to, obviously, they need water down there. So
you'll quickly run over to Bon.
Kind of duck behind it.
No, break it, dump the water out, and milk your solid. Go onto the cart, put it over him.
Okay, you bust it out. Empty it, and then kind of like roll into the barrel and hide inside of the wagon.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'll say as you do this, there is a bit of water that has sort of formed on the ground.
Oh, fuck. He quickly goes and does it to the other one, too.
Okay. Boosh!
And then hides in the first one.
Another bit of water. Wait, what are you busting these with? Oh, pickaxe. You grabbed a pickaxe. I will keep that in mind. As you hide. I guess we could play out this scene a little bit. I don't think anybody else is going to be getting near there. Redna is going to make her way down. sort of chatting with herself. It's all going according to plan. Great and wonderful. Need to go grab what I need. And she stops and looks over. What the devil? Somebody spill these fucking things? She kind of comes over and starts examining this first barrel. And we're gonna hop to bingo.
Oh yeah.
Bingo, you've killed a man in cold blood.
Many such cases. Well, so I guess I'm gonna follow.
He's a halfling, Bingo, and you look at your hand, and it's like Back to the Future. It begins fading.
Oh no!
All right. What do you do, Bingo?
Actually, did I promise you, Baps, that I was gonna create a distraction so you could choke this guy?
I figured, maybe the collective consciousness with the bomb might do it.
Okay.
Is what Baps figured.
Going this way.
He's figuring that y'all have a plan. Maybe he gave you too much credit.
Entirely. Would I be able to get like all the way over to here, or is that too far?
Yeah, you could. As you
I'm gonna
do,
come over here. Oh yeah, go ahead. What's
Sister Harkle, having dumped her gems into this thing, begins making her way back. But as she turns, she sees you and goes, I know you.
Yeah. I'm Bingo, greatest thief who ever lived.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some questions.
She kind of
for you.
flinches. She flinches a bit as you come up to her. Don't.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna hit you with a pickaxe this time.
No. The pain. She grabs her head.
Listen, I'm sorry about that, but it had to be done. Now I need some information from you.
Yes. I know.
Yeah, so you already know. I need that necklace.
Right. And she like reaches up and grabs it. No. This is mine.
What is it for?
Lady Istis, it's mine.
Who's Lady Istis?
You can't have it.
Well, then you got to come with me. We need that necklace.
No, I'm gonna need a persuasion check.
Silver tongue Bingo.
Silver Tang.
She looks really worried for a second. You actually see like beads of sweat start to like run down her forehead and her cheek. Before she doesn't say anything, she just clutches that necklace tight to her chest and kind of just closes her eyes and nods. Okay.
Now, what is that necklace? What do you use that necklace for?
My goddess symbol.
So it's not useful?
No, it's important to me.
But not useful.
No, it is. She starts looking around, I guess, because you're starting to say that. Vinny?
No, Vinny's not here.
And she's
Vinny's
just like
not
yelling
here.
out.
You gotta shut up. I am gonna punch her.
The guards are looking.
I punch her.
Oh. She crumples over instantly, Bingo. Like,
all right.
It is so fast, Bingo. You actually feel bad. Like,
right, I'm gonna put her in this minecart.
The ones you put the gems in? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on top of the gems.
DM, does Baps see this from where he's at?
Bap sees everything.
He's assuming this is part of the plan.
Yeah. Bingo punched a poor anemic woman. He like held his hand out demanding something. When she didn't give it,
Oh yeah, I am gonna take that necklace as well.
No, she is still clutching it. Even when she like that's part of the
Is
reason she
unconscious?
doubled over like she did.
Oh, so she's not unconscious. She's
No,
just
you
like...
you knocked the wind out of her, basically.
Okay. I'm gonna push her. I'm gonna just start pushing her into the tunnel. And I'm gonna sort of look at the guards like, this lazy one don't want to work. And I'm gonna push her with the cart. She's in the cart.
Okay. Hold on.
And I'm gonna walk past these guys.
Hold on. As you say that, the guard grabs the cart.
Oh. I was
Another one walks over, pulling out his weapon.
Can I help you?
He lifts it up and plunges it into the woman.
Oh. Well,
once he does
now
that,
I take
she slumps over. Well, hold on. We'll get to that in a sec.
Yeah, no,
but as she breathes her last breath, coughing up just tons of blood, she barely gets a word out as you just hear the name Istis escape her lips before she dies. He then turns to you, Bingo, and goes, "You dispose," and then points towards the hole.
I turn right around and I start taking her back to the hole.
All right, Baps, you watched all of this happen.
And I am going to take that necklace.
All right, you take this this little necklace. It looks to be carved out of what looks like a white birch wood. It is of a sewing needle, or not a sewing needle. What is it called? Crap, I just lost it. It's when you're knitting, the two needles, the crochet needles, and what looks like a bit of thread connecting the two.
And that's on the necklace, or that's in her pocket?
That is the symbol of the on this necklace.
Okay.
It is two crochet needles with thread wrapped, basically weaving between the two.
Bab's gone. All right, I'll wear her necklace as I take her body over.
All right, Ben. As you are making your way this way, an armless woman sort of runs past you. And you, without even getting to say anything, basically just see her bolt very quickly, dipping between some carts and prisoners, hiding as she moves, and kipping up a couple of rocks and up out of sight to a higher ledge. BJ.
BJ, you might be muted.
He might be muted. He might not be.
BJ is muted.
You muted.
You right.
But that is what you see, BJ. You see what is the manticore. But you see this lady run past you, dipping and dodging between carts, hiding her presence from the guards, and then very quickly jumping up and out of sight. Kipping off of a couple of rocks that jut out from this cliffside.
How close is she to me? Is she able to hear me without me alerting her?
She runs past you.
She runs past me? Let me look at
Yeah.
how to do it. Can I communicate with her? I cannot, but okay. And she had a higher ledge. Is she south of me or north of me?
She is, we'll say, because you're probably moved a little further ahead at this point, you basically are walking up to that point where she has jumped up to this upper section,
Okay.
which is Rachel's character.
I'm gonna go and follow her real quick, and I'm gonna talk to her.
All right, I'm gonna need an athletics check from you.
Oh, because I gotta make a jump.
Yeah, because she's already succeeded in doing it.
Oh, okay.
So you make an athletics or an acrobatics, either one. An acrobatics.
Nice.
When she runs past you, you're like, shit, and kind of like follow after her, matching her footsteps, and are able to kind of kip yourself up that path up to here. Because you succeeded at it, you don't have to make that check again in next loops, right?
Awesome.
You see her run and duck and hide kind of up against this wall over here, giving you the impression that she's hiding for a reason.
Throughout this time, me and Manticore got to know each other, or am I speaking to her like for the first time?
You can mention it is the first time you've probably encountered her.
Okay. Hey. I walk over and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Manticore will just hit you with this look like, who the fuck are you?
I've been jamming. I've been jamming. I'm wondering what you're up to. I'm trying to figure out a way out of here and get a special item back. That means a lot to me.
We are Manticore. Lean against the wall, follow my lead.
Cool. Was she dabbing at his head?
Do you lean against the wall?
Ooh, so what are we calling me? Like, call me. All right, yes, mistress. I will lean against the wall.
As you lean, Ben, you notice, like, if you had not done that, this guard who's standing over here to your south turns and looks in that direction, but just barely misses seeing you.
Oh man, awesome! She saved me from getting my ass killed. And then what happens after? Is there a time of reprieve for a little bit?
Yeah, if you guys want to have a little chat as you're, I imagine, shuffling along the wall.
Okay, thank you for that.
Of course, this thing that Hunter would do. Regardless, our target is gate building. We have, as you notice that they look down at their, like the bulge that is in their shirt. We have bomb. We think it is activated by liquid or velocity. One or other.
Do you?
Do you have... Proceed.
No, you go ahead. Do I have what?
Do you have way to help ignite?
So
I was pack mule.
We were pack mule. Let me see what I got in my inventory. Oh wait, I ain't got shit. Do we have any like torches around us, or is this like a very dark mine?
This mine is lit up, but this corner in particular is fairly dark.
Okay. We need to get a torch so we can light the bomb. The way the bomb looks, is it one of those like old-fashioned bombs, like with the rope coming out of it, and they got their like gunpowder or whatever inside?
Yeah, it's very similar to that, except you can see inside of it, and there is this almost black-gray powder with a little specks of blue, sort of jostling around in there.
Awesome. I'm gonna point towards the torches and say, "You need fire."
All right, that is your job.
Tip for Awesome. Okay.
All right. The Count. You are
All right.
by yourself. You have watched some of these things happen around you. Like, for instance, you've watched Bingo get a woman killed. You see Baps surveying it. I imagine you also see Baps's expression as he watched Bingo get a woman killed. You saw Vinny sort of run up past you and head to the upper section. You can see the captain starting to make his way around. He's probably actually about above you by now, because he is making his way towards where Vinny is. And you saw the Manticore run in a direction, but by the time she made it to the far end of the cave, she was basically out of sight. And Ahmed is dreaming at the moment,
As he does.
as he is wont to do.
Okay, the Count has his own plan. He's gonna go, shit! I forgot the lifter bar. Fuck, I think it's in my tent. He's gonna jump and slide down the rope here.
All right, make a quick deception check.
Yeah. The Count isn't putting very much effort into it. He's just kind of like, yeah,
All right.
I forgot the thing. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Ooh, a 20.
Nobody
All right.
cares.
The captain, he hears this and he just kind of rolls his eyes.
And the Count is gonna head over into one of the tents.
Ducking into the tent, you see a couple of people sleeping on the floor.
He's going to start profusely cleaning his clothes.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait.
the count's a germaphobe.
So we're saying the Count has double crit for laundry?
Yes. For the crit, you actually find not only water, but a little bit of soap. It's like, a shaving of a bar.
Yeah, the Count's gonna get his clothes incredibly clean.
All right, you spend a lot of time doing that. And we will return to that narrative beat in a little bit. I think I know what you're maybe attempting, but we will see.
You already know.
I'm already there.
Nice.
I know these time loops. We've actually had this session before. Vinny, as you are making your way up, you see Garen. He kind of looks around. He sees the captain, who is coming up behind you, and kind of gives a nod, and he kind of gives like a little wave. And then Garen makes his way into the shaft, taking a left. Do you follow after him?
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow right after him.
All right. Are you going to attempt to still be stealthy?
I'll try to be as stealthy as I can without looking like I'm doing something in front of the captain.
All right. Make a stealth check. Ooh.
Wait, hold on. I'm assuming I'm not allowed to use this, but I have to ask. Tides of Chaos.
Tides of Chaos.
It
Might
is.
just take some damage if it's just a spell, right?
It's not
Yeah,
technically
you
a spell.
will
It
take
is. It would be magic to reroll.
It is using magic, though.
Yeah.
Is
give you this.
it
Because it is
noticeable?
Yeah, but
to
it's
the guy
wild
behind
magic.
him?
What?
Well-
Sorry.
So here's the thing. I will let you do it, but you got to make a choice, basically.
Okay.
You can either do it in the cave, where Garen might notice it, or you can do it outside of the cave, where the captain might notice it.
Okay. In the cave.
But either way, you will take damage.
I'm fine with that. I'll try to do it in the cave where Garen might notice it.
All right. Give me 1 second. You are going to take 8 points of damage as, again, that flame boils up inside of you. But because you are using sort of raw primal magic, you are able to force out that just tiniest bit to let you re-roll.
Hey, slightly better. It's not as bad.
Yeah. So this is probably because Garrett, as he is making his way up, he like sees this flash of light for a moment, and he turns around and he goes, hey. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that, bud.
Yeah, you know, you're kind of right about that. Hey, and I'm gonna just get closer to him. I'm gonna watch his hands the whole time. Do they move at all?
He kind of shifts it behind his back.
Yeah, look, before you gut me like a fish with that shiv you got there. I know about your note. I know about your note, and I just got a question. How do I best access Thorum to talk to the man?
I guess roll an intimidate. At 18, he kind of gets a little bit of sweat that runs down the side of his face. And he looks behind you and he sees the captain like walking by. But he's too scared to call out as he goes, okay, listen, bud. You just got to take a couple of shafts and we can make it to the upper part. That's where the crafting area is. I mean, I'm heading there that way. Listen, I don't want any trouble.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know why, but looking at you just makes my hair stand on end. And I'm feeling, is it getting hot in here? And he kind of like starts sweating.
You know, I get that a lot, but you know, trust me, we're gonna get out of this okay. Neither of us wants the trouble. I just need to get there. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. But like, if I do this, we're good.
Yeah, and you know, if you really want to, once we get that far, you could go ahead and gut me anyways. I mean, I won't like it, but I'll understand.
He looks very confused. Okay. And then he begins sort of nodding. Do you mind if you walk forward in front of me, or?
I mean, I don't really know the way, so,
No, okay. And he just, okay. And he turns around and he begins leading you down a couple of shafts. They're kind of windy. There's shafts that lead into different shafts.
Mm-hmm.
But each of them is sort of leading a little bit higher and a little bit higher until he enters this sort of cavernous area where you see a forge is set up. He looks around. He doesn't see anybody. At least he doesn't see the guy you're looking for. Before he walks out of the cave to this upper level. And he points and said, he's over there, to a dwarf who seems to be rummaging inside of some sort of chest.
All right. Thank you very much. And I just want to look around.
No problem.
In this mouth of the cave area. You said it was like a forge?
Yes. In that mouth of the cave, it's basically a little forge is set up. They seem to be fixing pickaxes. They're crafting chisels.
Are there like finished products, I guess, fixed tools and crafted chisels that look like they might be ready to deliver, kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Then I will start collecting some of those to quote unquote deliver them.
All right. Make a perception check too while you're doing this.
All right. Let's see.
Seven. All right. You're just working on this. what you don't know is that Garen has slipped away. Manticore.
All right. How far down have we made it so far, or did we just do some chatting?
You were chatting, and you've probably made it to about here.
Okay.
Actually, you know what makes the most sense? You guys are probably behind these wagons.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. You're both like ducked down and behind them. You notice that there are 4 of those guards stationed in this area.
Okay. And I know that there's 3 down here.
Yeah, and there are buildings to your, obviously further down, right? There's buildings to the south, as well as the gate, you know, that is straight ahead.
Okay. Manticore is going to look at Benjamin. Look at the 4 guards.
What are you gonna do?
We are going to make a distraction. You go get fire.
10-4.
As Manticore is just gonna stand up and whistle and start and will immediately just like make a beeline for behind this building.
Oh man. Oh man. All right, they all get up and they are fucking on high alert now.
Okay.
We will. Oh god, how do I do this? Baps.
Yes,
You're down
DM.
below, but you said you've been watching out. You see these guards suddenly perk up.
Can I see them from where I'm at?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like just barely, and it's basically just the one, right?
Yeah.
When this red light sort of shines out from this one, it glowing, you notice that while you're standing there, the captain sees that and begins kind of hustling his way faster to that location.
Get him, Babs! Get him!
These guards are going to begin to make their way into this outcropping, but are slowed down by these barrels.
Ooh, dang! I wish I could have act now.
One of them is going to head this way.
So with me being as fast as I am,
Mhm.
my intention is to basically pull all of them and then get them to chase me.
Okay.
Is there a way when she does that? I don't know how many turns, but if she groups them all together, can I call cave in or a giant rock, or maybe Babs throw a giant rock and we knock them out, or do whatever? Is that possible, DM, or is it just like
You could. Yeah, you could. I just need a narrative reason as to why. Is that kind of thing, right?
Well, yeah, it was to protect the Manticore.
All right,
Because
I'm gonna need.
he pulled aggro.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a. I don't know.
You need a telekinesis check for me, right? When all that comes around.
Oh yes, yes. So actually, let's do that first, right? These 2 guards are running up to where the Manticore is. We'll say this guard runs past you, Ben, and slips through the hole that the Manticore was running towards, and they're heading towards her. So Manticore, how are you going to try to avoid these guys?
I, my great DM, am going to use my cunning action to disengage, as I use the rest of my movement to scoot past them.
Woo!
All right. You scoot past him. Whew. As you do, just
How
narrowly
rubbish.
avoiding getting stabbed. The guards eventually turning and begin heading that way. And then Ben, I'm gonna need a. I a check from you, maybe an Arcana check, since you're going to use your telekinesis.
So do I just hit telekinesis, right? Or is there an necrotic?
I would do Arcana.
Oh, Arcana. Got you. Oh, do I really have to do Arcana?
Oh,
Yeah.
You try to pull those rocks, but this outer wall seems very stable.
Yeah, I've already
And
used my
does
one
not
move.
fall on the guards as they begin pursuing the manticore further.
Oh
Right.
no.
okay.
That
May
looks
I
like
use
a
my
dead
ac-
end.
Well, I'm
You
with the
forget.
Manticore.
I can jump.
It's the Manticore. Most mobile
Hmm.
of all
Can I?
mythical creatures.
I'm gonna use my action to dash.
All right. Dashing, kipping
What
up
the
off of the wall, I assume, and over.
Oh, most definitely. In fact,
As you
can I
do-
roll in acrobatics or athletics too for flair?
You can.
Okay.
He said,
God
I got
You whew, flip out. As you do, Manticore.
They're matrixing.
Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give you this because I think this is cool. You kip over the side, kind of disorienting them. They don't really know what's happening, and these guards haven't reacted yet. And as you do, you poof, land in the hay. They come barreling through and actually can't see you. These guards have drawn their attention to your spot, but they seem to have lost sight of you. They're looking around. You notice their eyes are glowing red now as they're basically searching for you. And that we'll hop to that quick thing. Leon, in the storage room, Redna has sort of turned around and is looking out the cave, having seen that there is something happening, which we will get to in a second. Is Nate here, or Nate, are you still gone?
I think he's out.
It's baby time.
Armeda is floating. He's levitating 4 inches off of the ground.
In a deep meditation.
He's in a deep. Actually, I should probably keep the tense music going, even though she's hidden. There's like other stuff happening.
There's lag going on.
Baps. I will say by this point, the captain has made his way around and is running like he is. Well, holding his sword on his side as he is basically power running to get up to where all of this commotion is happening.
Damn it. Baps has realized that he has lost his opportunity for the easy climb.
Yeah.
Um,
You feel like if you run and try to climb up it, you might intercept it. But that is a dangerous prospect.
ooh.
We'll say
I suppose
basically,
that is a distraction.
yep,
that is
as
a
you come running
distraction.
up, he would be
Uh,
here, for example, right?
You know what? Baps is gonna go for it. He is gonna run up and try to commando climb his blubber body up this wall. So you
Alright.
said we'll be adjacent if he makes it?
Yeah. So let's make that athletics check real quick, which I have a feeling you will pass, but there is a chance.
Oh, he rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
He rolled a 2.
Oh,
do I
geez.
have inspiration? No, but it's his 2 is still a 17.
17 as you climb up it. You're maybe not like the most dexterous at it, but you pop up and around the thing right as he is basically parallel with you. He
It's the
suddenly
the
slides
pressure.
to a stop, and goes, "What the? What do you do?" you've caught him off guard. You have one more thing you can do before he is going to respond.
Knock him on his ass.
He'll just go, "What the?" And he will grapple him. Is his hand on the rod?
It's probably
His
on
hand's
his
on the
rod. He's
rod,
probably
right.
heading towards it, right? So he's grabbed onto it. It seems to
Okay.
be in this like little holster on his side.
Baps will attempt to grapple him.
All right.
And then, DM, may I make a perception check for future loops? Is that allowed?
If it makes sense.
Baps would like to look over and just catch eyes on this creature here. What is this creature here?
Where are you pointing? I can't see it.
Uh,
Yes, they are a large, think of them like a Highland cow.
okay.
So they're like this big furry ox.
Baps hasn't had a chance to really notice this thing right here, but he does notice it. In the midst of this fight, he will try.
They are like I put a GIF in the Borderlands chat.
He will try to grapple this chum
All right.
with an
Let's get
attempt to keep his hand away from at least the control of the rod, like the absolute control of the rod.
Yeah. So you're going after his arm more than him.
Both if he can.
All right. Let's see that athletics, and we'll determine it from there.
Yeah. Oh, he rolled
No.
a 3.
An 18. You reach out and grab him. You feel like you don't have like complete control over him. It's not like you've run up and like really got a good hold of him, but you managed to grab his arm and like part of his body, but one of his hands is free.
Does Babs still have movement left?
You do.
He will jump off the side
All right. You grab
of
him.
this
and-
game.
Boom! Leap off of the side with him. You both gonna take 7 points of damage.
All right.
As you boom slam into the ground. I'm gonna need another athletics check at disadvantage.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can't roll lower than a 2 and a 3 for this.
Yeah. All right. You managed
I
to.
rolled a 2.
Yeah, damn. As you fall and hit the ground, you do lose grip of him a little bit. You sort of lose grip of his like body, but you are still basically holding on to his hand.
Yeah.
As he goes, "Get the hell off of me, guards!" As the two knocks immediately make their way to the corner, and they're going to leap down, which we will get back to. Leon, there's a lot of commotion going on as Redna is turned her back to you and is looking out the cave. What the hell is going on?
Leon will go to rush over to grapple her.
All right.
Eater!
I'll say you don't even have to make a check because she's completely caught off guard.
He's definitely gonna cover her mouth.
All right, now that I'm gonna need an athletics check. All right, you sweep over, grab her. She probably weighs like, 20 pounds wet, right? She is not she is super light. You snatch her up, what the, as you cover her mouth, and she is just kicking and like fighting and trying to get out of your grip to get the attention of the guards.
Leon will whisper in her ear, "You look thirsty," as he starts bringing her to the water.
All right.
Oh my god! Fucking brutal!
Well,
And he will
he doesn't like the knife.
He will
ears.
go into the water with her and try to drown her.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna need another athletics check. An 18. With an 18, You dunk her head in the water, and she like is kicking and fighting with you, until eventually she does go limp. As she does, you notice that those tattoos begin almost melting off of her skin and into the water. And the water begins slowly turning red like blood.
Liam's gonna really quickly run over to the door with her body and like press it against the door, and maybe that will deactivate the magic on it.
You slap her dead body against that door, and nothing happens.
Worth a shot.
And in frustration, he's just gonna slam her dead body into the door again, and then pat her down.
Oh, she just crumples. On her person is what looks like a small stone, carved into it a rune, and that stone is in the shape almost like a gear. It has these little nubs, about 10 of them, around the circumference of it.
Would there be a knowledge check to deduce what it is?
You could do let's do it. You can do an Arcana check, or you can do a history check to maybe try to remember a loop where you saw what this was, or maybe what it might have been. Maybe you got a glimpse of it. Just to give you more context to it.
So let's go. Fuck. Christ,
damn. An Arcana check. As you look at it, you know that this is a lockstone gear. It is used to activate generally mechanisms. It's kind of like a key, while also still being something that is used to crank. You can assume that it's probably for something pretty large and important that somebody wouldn't want to just like have activated on a whim. With a 20, you can only assume that that is probably either to the gate, like the entrance to this place, or the cage that is above the center of the quarry.
Is it
the one with the
I
woman
can
in
just push right now to activate?
With a 20, no. You have to get it next to the machine that it is used with.
Okay, so he'll take that, and is it a slope out of here?
It is not a slope out of here. It is a straight shot. You can see some guards sort of conglomerating over here, having been chasing the manticore. It's a hot zone right now.
Yeah. He'll go back in the water and try to go back that way.
All right, you dive into the water, begin dipping your way under, and we will get to that in a minute. Bingo.
All right. Does it look like... I'm assuming that I saw this stuff going on down here.
Yes, you see the commotion. Bingo pulling the captain off the cliff. Their tussle getting more and more intense.
Does it look like I can scale this?
You could maybe do it, but it is going to be quite the climb.
Dump this body unceremoniously into this tent, just to sort of
All right.
like get it out of here. And I'm gonna attempt to climb up here to get to Baps.
All right, I'm gonna need an athletics check.
You sure not an acrobatics?
Well, there's not really much to
climbing a wall.
keep up. Bingo, you are about halfway up, and you
Okay.
realize this is not happening.
Oh.
This is not happening.
All right. New
You have
plan.
drawn the attention of the two guards, who begin making their way towards you. Meanwhile, you also see these guards down here to the far north begin making their way up, running towards where the captain is.
So am I falling? I'm falling off of this.
You can fall off of it, or you can attempt to continue climbing.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna. Well, these guys are looking at me though. I'm gonna wave to them, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
say, "I have to get my shovel."
Nice.
All right. Bingo.
Yeah.
I need a dex save.
All right. Boom.
A 20. As you say that, you're like, I need to get my shovel. You do see one of them put away their sword. And they pull out this strange thing. It looks it's long, it's tapered, it's wide on one end and shorter on the other. And he lifts it up and he points it in your direction, this two-handed thing. It looks kind of like like a big broom. And then he pulls the trigger of it, and a fucking bullet flies towards you, this purplish hued thing, and shoots right next to you, but you definitely avoid it.
Hey.
As they have ranged weapons.
All right.
What do you
know,
do,
that
Big
was
Up?
that was uncalled for. That was uncalled for. I'm gonna. Oh, I'm mobile. Did you know I'm mobile? I'm just gonna try and. I'm gonna try
Actually,
and get
with that dex save, I'll say,
Yeah.
you were able to scamper your way to
And-
the ledge.
And I have
There it
second
is.
story work.
Yeah, you easily scamper your way to the ledge then.
All right, and I'll
Avoiding
roll
that
over
shot.
the edge. I'll roll over the edge, and I'm like prone so that I'm at an angle where you can't shoot me from below.
Yeah, and you also see two guards running up. You see Baps on the ground wrestling with the captain. As we cut to Ben,
Yeah.
who has seen this distraction pop off. You actually notice one of the guards, these two who were left, are beginning to make their way down to where the manticore was. BJ. what do
Oh
you do?
yeah. I'm sorry, man.
That's all right.
So where am I at?
You are up here by the wagon still.
You mean like over here?
Yes, over here. Yeah.
And I thought I would be near Bimbo Baggins or coming up near him because I'm still traveling, right? During this whole commotion.
Did you want to continue towards the gate, basically?
Yeah, because I'm helping the Manicore out, so I need to go and get fire.
All right. Where would you want to put yourself? Because it is clear, basically, anywhere in between the front entrance and the wagon.
And what's the closest torch?
The closest torch is probably either on, well, it's probably on these buildings where the knights are running past.
I imagine you've also seen that we've started fighting this captain.
Oh, am I anywhere near the captain? I was hoping you would hold him down.
He is way down here.
I could have
Yes.
Eldritch glasses behind, but because I don't know how much HP I got. Take a hit or not.
You
Where's the
could
captain at?
you could possibly
He is
kill
down in this
yourself with an
lower
Eldritch
section.
Blast.
He said I can kill myself. Damn.
With an Eldritch Blast, because it
Yeah,
hurts you.
because magic right now don't work.
Yeah, but it's a cantrip.
Still magic though.
Still magic. You will hurt yourself.
But I use telekinesis.
Telekinesis
That's
though,
psionics.
is like a psychic thing.
That's a psionic
Oh.
ability, and it's a feat.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
I think for you too, it's probably more spectral related, right?
Yeah. Since I go through soul magic, so
Yeah, I imagine
Oh.
it's almost like an invisible ghost moved that stuff or attempted to.
Yeah, that's why I gotta get my stuff back. Dang, I can't do shit right now.
Yeah,
You gotta think on
I
your
feel
feet.
that.
We're all on that boat.
I literally don't have arms.
Why'd you have to say it like that? Oh man, that's too good. I'm crying right now. That is too good right there.
She's been disarmed.
Oh, the
It's
way
almost
she said that.
It's almost like I'm funny or something.
There is a building here by the gate that you could maybe slip into if you were fast enough.
Yeah, I'm trying to collect this. So here's my thing. I'm trying to like not alert guards, and I may want to use telekinesis to see if I can pull the torch towards me. But I didn't realize my Arcana is not that great. So is that possible to do right now?
Yeah, I'll say you can pull a torch to you without having to make an Arcana check. I just made you do it because you were pulling like rubble in a very specific way to try to collapse it.
Oh yeah. That's understandable. Okay, great. So I'm gonna collect the fire. Where's the captain at? Can I still make an action move this turn?
I'll say with these guards running forward, you were able to telekinesis pull like the torch that's on this building towards you.
Awesome. Hell yeah. And then we need to take care of that captain because that captain's gonna cause problems later on.
Captain's
Damn.
way down here by
But he's
me.
way
by,
down. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try to after I get the torch. And where's the manicore at? I know she fell into hay.
She is hiding in the hay down to the south of you.
Yeah, just after you.
All right. I'm gonna go and try to make my way towards the manicore, and then I'm gonna make my way towards Bat. So do I need to do athletics or acrobatic check to jump down?
No, because you're just squeezing through there. Because you're going to where the Manticore is. Baps is north of you. Manticore is south of you. So you got to pick one of the two directions.
Damn. Really want to help Babs out. I really got
Babs has bingo.
That or like go ahead and do it. I'm good. I'm a solo queen.
All right. Can
They're
I tell
slippery.
how far is the manicore away from me specifically?
She is pretty not super. She's closer than Baps is.
Yeah, they are about 100 feet from you, as in a straight line.
How far does telekinesis go?
I think 60 feet is what it is.
Damn. Okay. So can I move 40 feet and then telekinesis the torch to the manicore? And then hopefully next turn I can rush over to
I like buildings in the way too.
Okay. I want to just preface the way that this might work. You can do it. You can squeeze through these buildings because you also need like a line of effect, right? You need to be able to see where you're throwing.
Oh, okay.
Are you just gonna light the manicore on fire?
Now here's the thing.
I'm gonna send her the torch.
Yeah,
when
but
you
she's
throw
in
this
hay.
torch with telekinesis, she
No,
isn't a
I literally
bunch of
have
hay.
the fucking bomb.
You throw the torch with telekinesis. She has no arms to catch it with.
Now
She's in hay.
I'm gonna need an athletics check. Or
I
not,
literally
an
have the
Arcana
bomb.
check.
Now,
I'm gonna need
mind
an
you,
Arcana check right now.
I fully planned on just throwing myself at the fucking building if I had no other option. Like, just run full throttle, like, right at it.
BJ,
But, like...
give me that Arcana check.
This is fucking hilarious. I'm here for it. Manicore already said we were gonna fail. Let's go. This is great.
I
Let's
totally
go.
forgot. She had no arms in that second. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Don't be. I'm here for it.
DM, do I have to commit to the action even though I said
Let's see it.
Let's see it. Let's go.
Can she catch it with her feet?
We're gonna find out.
All right. What I gotta do? Do I gotta do an Arcana?
Yep.
All right. Hopefully. All right. Please.
14. It flies across, floats through the air for a moment, Manticore, you see it coming towards you.
All right.
You reach out to get it.
No. I got a better idea. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Hang on. Where the fuck is it?
Where is it?
Shit. Come on, bitch. Where are you? Did I forget to put it in here? Can I deflect missiles?
Okay. I'm gonna let you
Wait. Spin the key point. Maybe you can catch it and throw it back.
Well, that's what I was planning on doing.
Okay, nice.
Can I use the key? Can I use the
Yes.
key point too?
Yes. I will let you use the key point. You grab it with your toes.
No, can I do this
right
shit with
as
my
the
mouth?
flame, right as the flame is just teetering above the hay.
Okay, let's go.
Grab the torch with your mouth?
Manticore, what do? Do you do anything with it right now?
How about we pop out of the hay like a fucking ninja? And we
Okay,
s-
now,
'cause we see it.
Now, okay.
Well, I have to, right? If
I
I'm
need
going
you to
catch-
physically describe to me how you, holding a torch in your feet, stand up.
No, I got you. Okay, you ready
No,
for this?
okay,
shit?
no, Rachel, no. You said that. We're getting close to the end of the night. We'll get to you in a second. Count, you are spotless.
All right, that's good. It's a reaction anyway, so we get to the play of the reaction after
You
on my
are
turn.
spotless. Does the count do anything else?
Yes, actually, now that the count's spotless, he's gonna proceed to just start walking out of here.
Man,
We-
just killed
However far I can get.
We will get to that too. Vinny.
All right. So I've got arms full of chisels and pickaxes, and I'm just gonna stroll right out to Thorm, assuming I can see him.
All right.
He's outside.
Yep. You see, as you walk out to this horrible fucking commotion, you see Baps wrestling with the captain. You see down to the south this like just whole conglomerate of guards. You see the count dressed to the nines just walking past all of the commotion. And as you go up to Thorum, he sort of stands upright, hearing this commotion, and turns to look at it. Before eventually turning and looking in your direction.
Hey, yeah, this is the place for the stuff, right?
Place for the stuff.
Yeah, these chisels
I
and
suppose it is.
crazy day we're having here, right? You know, it's almost like some sort of distraction or something.
Seems as much. Vinny, I need you to make a history check real quick.
All right. History. Surprisingly all right at that.
A 15. Vinny, you get this itching suspicion. You've seen this guy before. And then it hits you. This is Sigtyr.
Wait, what?
Can
Oh,
I help you with something, Sonny?
I've heard you go by the name Thorm, but you look an awful lot like a fella I know. Name is
Look like a
Sigtyr.
lot of fellas.
Does that ring a bell?
When you say that, he kind of takes his hand, he rubs his beard, and he goes, Sigtyr? Oh, no, I'm not a Sigtyr. It's a pretty high honor, though, I must admit. I'm happy you think such.
Hey, maybe one day, right?
Yes.
When we get out of
Maybe.
here, one day we'll get out of here.
Yes.
Speaking of which,
We do.
and I'm gonna get a little
And he
bit.
looks down, and you see he's messing with something. He has this odd-looking chisel in his hand that is carved with these runes, these dwarven runes.
Do they look distinctly different from the runes on our collars and stuff?
They do.
Yeah, I'm gonna start talking in a quieter voice, just be like, yeah, so heard from some people, I believe they're your friends, Harkle and fuck, I'm forgetting the giant guy's name. What is it?
Ysmir?
Ysmir. It y'all got some sort of plan, and you know, I think me and my friends can help.
He kind of like looks around and he whispers, oh, help me with this. And he sort of digs around in a chest, sort of gesturing you do the same.
All right.
And as he digs through it, oh yes.
I was just gonna say oblige. Yeah.
Okay. He kind of leans over to you and he says, unfortunately, it's rather dangerous. At the last moment, before the necklace activates, magic sets its weakest. I can carve a rune into your neck, your collar. Should give you enough time to get it off. How you get it off is up to you. You look, no offense, the magic type.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Well, let's just say, channel it hard enough, the metal should fail. Basically, what he is describing to you is when that collar activates to kill you,
Yeah.
you have a chance of basically casting enough magic into it that it will just break the collar. It basically won't kill you.
Okay.
Because it will be weakened if he etches this sort of rune into it.
Right. Well, yeah, I'll have him etch it into it if he can do it now.
Yeah, I could do more. I'm just missing some materials.
Yeah. What do you need? See what I can do.
I need some adamantine. I know they keep it in the supply room.
And that's that room, that area to the southeast, right? Or is that somewhere else?
Yeah. As you guys look into the southeast and Manticore, you
So,
skip up to your feet.
You're right. So out of the hay, Manticore has pounced up, and in almost what seems like slow motion,
Mm-hmm.
grabs the torch with their mouth, and then tosses it back up into the air, like with a swift kick of their neck back up, like flick. It almost looks like they break it for a second as it snaps back, and then they propel their body upward with a thrusting motion
Yeah.
to kick the torch into the two guards.
All right.
As I deflect with my reaction.
I'm gonna need the biggest fucking acrobatics check you've ever done in your life. Damn, she done did it again, boys. As you kick it up, you barely like this. This is getting awfully close to the hay. You kick it, it smacks into one of the guards, knocking him backwards, knocking the torch kind of up into the air again, heading back towards you because it did knock into the guard. What do you do?
Oh, you said where I kick it into the guard?
Yeah, the guard got knocked back after getting hit by that torch. The torch is now, of course, making its trajectory back towards you, having bounced off the guard.
All right. Well, then we are going to quickly, because we're up in the air, we're going to go here. God damn it. And then run up, jump on top of the bull that's here, over the fence, and make our way this way.
All right, I'm gonna need a dex save.
Okay, you said dex save?
Yep.
Hang on a second. I need to see something real quick. It didn't save, it didn't save what my proficiencies were for whatever reason, so dex and intelligence.
A 15.
Wait. Is it something I can use uncanny dodge with?
It is, but we're getting towards the end of the night.
Okay.
A 15. Boom. A shot rings out through the manticore's chest
Okay.
and into the bomb.
Oh, shit!
Boom! Ben, you are completely incinerated by this explosion. It takes out this entire section, causing it to just collapse in on itself. Vinny, you look over and you see it just fucking blow up.
Yeah, well, I guess that's it for the adamantine. Maybe I can mine some eventually.
Bingo and Baps, you guys are wrestling on the ground for this thing. But the Count, we're going to go to you first. You've made your way all the way up to the gate. And as you walk up, the gate is open. And walking through it is the Imperatrix and her little retinue. I will show you then.
Uh-oh.
She comes walking in.
Damn that.
Sees you. Oh, hello.
Oh, she throwing up gang signs too?
The Count just kind of nods and...
I need the Count to make an Arcana check real quick.
Oh, okay.
Why is her right hand doing that? What's she about to do?
Like the space pirates from Outlaw Star, she's going Pagua Sunfa, Pagua Sunfa.
Alright. She goes, and you are?
The Count.
The Count. Have you come to check our quarry?
Yes. I came to see what you all were digging on up.
She hears the commotion, the explosion, and whatnot, and she goes, well, as you can see, things have sort of come in disarray. But I won't take any more of your time. I have things to do. She walks past you.
Thank you.
And the Count, you feel it as you're walking out, tingling in your head. You could tell she read your mind. And that is the last thing you remember, as one of those glowing swords pierces your back. And you collapse dead. Bingo and Baps, as you are down there wrestling with the captain suddenly, a sword through his head, one of those glowing energy ones made of pure sort of arcane energy. Think of him like a more arcane-y, like wizardy version of an eldritch blast. As the captain is impaled, and then more swords rain down, piercing you and Bingo.
Wait.
Ow. Eventually, Vinny, you see Thorin freak out for a moment as he goes, "Shit! There isn't enough time." As she reaches out and telekinetically pulls the wand from the dead captain back to her hand, She gives her speech, and everyone dies.
I'm assuming
I
Vinny will try vainly to pump as much magic into his necklace as possible, but he doesn't have the rune carved into it.
Yes, you see Thorum, he reaches his hand out into the air, and he goes, I'm so sorry. And a bolt of lightning cracks through the ceiling and into his collar. And that is the last thing you see before you perish. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Hell
Oh,
yeah!
yeah.
That was
I
a
have a
blast.
That was
I got a hot
absolute
dog.
blast.
That was a good session.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Can I get a check mark for being able to land in the hay?
Oh, yes. Yes, we can easily give you a check for that. Oh, I did.
Fuck
there's
yes!
a check
Yeah, it's because I just added it.
there. Okay. I'm going to reset
Nice.
everybody back to where they were.
Man.
Got some good information. Got
Yeah,
some
yeah.
good ideas and some bad ideas.
This Inquisitor, though, she gotta go down. We gotta kill her.
Oh,
But you got to deal with the rod first.
shit, there was one other thing. Leon, which is Dustin's character. I'll tell him when he gets back.
Yes,
I'll
he's still
I'll
here?
say next week. He
No,
left.
he left.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta run.
He's going
too,
to he's going to drown
Easy.
because
Oh,
of the
good.
thing.
Oh, good.
Because the water's
Turns out killing
red.
that lady. Yeah, turns out killing that lady and doing that thing in that particular order happens to not be the best idea.
All right, yo.
And at this point, you see Garen.
All right,
He
bro.
like looks at his hands and he goes, I lived this cycle and now I remember everything.
I
And I want
remember now.
revenge.
I want revenge.
It's the revengeing.
What a blast! I'm glad to be able to roll some dice with y'all again, and hopefully I'll see y'all next week.
Oh
All right,
yeah.
see you next
Hopefully.
week.
Yeah.
That was a blast.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
This is a
Good
very
night.
explosive ending.
Yeah.
Night,
Yes.
Bap, or night, Christoph.
I gotta remember the Manicore has no arms for next.
Yes.
I legitimately, if nobody came up there, my idea was, so my movement speed is 55. So between a dash, my movement, and my cunning action, I can move 165 feet in a round.
Damn.
Legitimately, I was just going to run at the building and suicide bomb it.
Is that speed
And
see
before
if,
before the Manicord has their little like weird, what is it, like the tinctures or whatever? I forget what they're called.
You know what's funny? They don't have those right now.
They don't. Yeah, they don't have those. I'm just saying that like you have that speed without those.
Yes, I have that speed without those now, so.
How disgusting is your speed
so-
with those now?
Well, right now, Manticore doesn't have those because some things happened in Talonbrine. So.
Oh, okay. So, not just from this thing, it's from Talonbrine stuff. Okay.
Yes, Manticore's been hanging out with the Yakuza in Talonbrine.
That's
Damn.
right. She's a monk now.
And Jake's probably
Yes.
been somewhere nearby doing debt collecting.
Manticore actually got training from No Dam. That's
Oh,
what happened.
damn. Now,
No Dam's gonna be our Akuma.
now
he's like- he
Bloco's gonna
just
have to
goes around
fight
and-
the Manicore. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, you
I
can. Manticore's not
I
gonna
did-
care.
I did put a check mark next to the wagons because that seems like a place that you guys can speed up to. I
Awesome.
put it next to where the Count cleaned himself up so that he can get himself clean if he wants to go maybe a different route with it.
No, you should put a check mark next to where she comes out from, so this way, if he
Oh, yes.
wants to, he can always just go right there.
Yeah, he can at least, end the cycle like that and maybe get a bit more information.
Well, since we don't want the Manicore suing next round, is it possible for me to take the bomb from her?
Yeah, you could do
You-
that.
Yeah, you can entirely do that.
Yeah,
Manticore will
nothing says you
entirely
can't take
like
the bomb.
because we can get up to the wagons, or we can get up to the wall up here. You can take the bomb at that point, and then what I can do is I can just fast track to where the hay is, and then just worry about collecting aggro and everybody, and then just running around with all the aggro at that point. Because if the captain's handled, I can handle aggro with the Nox. Mind you, I don't know how often I'll be able to get shot, but I can deflect at least once around. So.
Okay. How are we gonna give her arms later on? Because she needs some.
Well, the intention is to steal at least one arm from one of the Warforged that are running around, because so if you want to know, Manticore's race is actually custom, and she's a bit of a Frankenstein, but more importantly, she's more of a doll. Like, think like the doll from Bloodborne.
Okay.
You actually did find out that the arms could be compatible if you managed to get a hold of them somehow.
Yes. That is something that she figured out, or they figured out when they were patrolling the last time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because while everybody was killing themselves, Manticore was scouting.
If we have an ability later on, if we do get our stuff back, I got a funny ability I want to.
Heck yeah, I'm here for all weird, funny abilities. Let's go.
Yeah. I think.
And on that note, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more explosive escape attempts from the Adventurers Landing.